Hey y'all, and welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I'm Tiffany. This is our small town life. We're happy to have you here. Welcome to our homestead. I thought I would talk to you today about how we're getting things ready for colder weather, winterizing some things. In particular, getting things ready for our chickens for the cold weather that's coming, because y'all, like it or not, ready or not, it's coming. Justin came out here with me this morning and helped me get some things ready before he had to go off to work. And then he called and said, I left the water hose attached. You probably need to go undo that and cover that spigot back up because it needs to be covered. It's gonna get cold. These chickens, these roosters are extra talkative this morning. When I say we've got colder weather coming, y'all, we've got cold weather coming. This is very unusual weather for where we live here in Alabama. We're talking temperatures that could reach 50 today, and then 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and then be at 9 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning. Wind chill, we're talking -10 to -15 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is just not common for these parts. That's not our typical weather here in Alabama. And chickens are pretty cold hardy animals. My concern is, one, the wind, and two, the fact that they're just not acclimated to that. They're just not used to that kind of weather. So I've done a few things just to ensure that they're going to stay warm, and I thought I'd talk to you about it and share with you what we're doing. We changed up their feed about a week ago. With the shorter days, less sunshine, they're not laying as much, so instead of feeding a layer pellet, we went to a higher protein crumble for them. Just a little less calcium, a little more protein, so they can stay warm. And then, like I showed you this morning, we decided to get some scratch feed and add into their feed mixture as well. Again, just right now to help keep them warm. While their body is processing that, it keeps their body temperature up and helps them stay a little bit warmer. I've also been doing some looking into different recipes, mixtures, amounts, ingredients, and things to possibly start mixing our own feed for them. I've been buying our feed from a local farmer's co-op, and it's working good for them. But just to have a little more, I guess, control over it, I've been looking at maybe starting to mix our own. And so if you have any tips on that, I would love to hear them. Obviously with that, and the reason I've been doing a lot of research is to make sure that we keep the right protein levels and all of those kinds of things in their feed. There's a little peek at what we're feeding them right now. Again, this is really just a mixture to keep them nice and warm while we've got some really cold temperatures ahead. While Justin was out here with me this morning, we cleaned out all of the coops pretty well and put in a nice thick layer of pine shavings for them so that they have plenty of space to get in there together, bed down, and stay warm. And tonight, once they've all kind of put themselves up, so if you don't know this about chickens, when it gets dark, they know it's time for bed. They go and they find their place to roost or to nest and be kind of put away for the night. So once they all kind of put themselves up tonight, we're gonna come out here and make sure all the doors are shut on the coops. Before that though, so probably right around 3:30 or 4, I'm gonna come out here and feed them again so their bellies are nice and full. And then it's going to get dark right around 5 o'clock. They'll put themselves up. I'll come out here and make sure all the coop doors are shut. Now this big coop right here, their house doesn't have an actual door that will close. So what we're going to do tonight, just to kind of encourage them to all stay in there together, because we have a few that like to roost out here. So to encourage them to all stay in there together, I'm going to come out and put some plastic over that door and make sure that the ones who usually try to roost outside, make sure they're in the house, because I want them to be in there and be where it's warm. Typically this is fine. Typically it's fine for them to be out here, but with the wind, I want them to all be in the house for the next couple of nights. So that's the plan. And then first thing in the morning, we'll come back out, open up doors, take that off for them, and they'll be good to go. They all have a nice, safe place to get out of the wind, and that's what's going to be most important. It's just making sure they all know, hey, we've got somewhere to go that's warm and we can be out of the wind. That's it. We're not overcomplicating it. We've got them food that will help keep their body temperature up. They've got a place to get out of the wind and stay warm, and we're going to make sure that we encourage that at nighttime, that they're all where they need to be, out of the wind. And just, say a prayer, let them do their thing as chickens, and hope and pray that all goes well and they adjust well to these colder temperatures. Y'all don't forget to keep yourself warm too. Make sure you have plenty of blankets and things if the power was to go out, that you can stay warm. Yeah, we're worried about our animals, but we got to take care of ourselves too. So let me encourage y'all, as I know a lot of you are going through this colder spurt, and some of y'all live in places where this is the norm, right? But for those of you who aren't like myself, let's remember to prepare not only for our animals but also for us. Have plenty of blankets and supplies just in case the power was to go out and you need to stay nice and warm. We were talking about how to keep the chickens warm, things we were going to do to make sure the chickens were staying warm. Huddy was like, let's just bring them in the house. We can't bring 30 chickens in the house, honey. That's not the most practical option here. There are other things we can do, but I thought that was sweet. Those of y'all that have outdoor animals, what are y'all doing? What steps are y'all taking as the colder weather and winter time comes? What are you doing to keep your animals nice and warm? Thought today I would just talk to you and share with you what we're doing to keep these chickens warm come colder weather, because y'all, it's about to get cold. That's gonna be all for this one. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay warm. Bye, y'all.